Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing the monthly reading for our dear Virgos this month for the month of August 2019. So this reading, we are going to be getting your general theme for the month, and then I'll be drawing some additional cards from my regular deck to give you more of an idea of some of the things that will be happening for you this month. And then we're going to be focusing on life changes. So the butterfly deck is really a beautiful deck to connect with the energy of the changes that are happening in your life. And lots of people are going through many, many changes right now, so I felt very called to use this particular deck for you guys this month. And then I'm pulling a card, I've actually already pulled it, for you, for your animal guide for the month of August. So this is going to be an animal that's going to assist you throughout the month and really be sort of a helper for you, which I love. And then at the very end, so I'm going to be doing the reading, I'll give you all the juicy goodness with that, and then at the end of this video there's going to be another video that will play after the end of this one, and that is going to share more about my retreat on Maui. So this is happening in November 2019, and it just gives you a lot more information about the retreat, and then of course there'll be links below if you want to check out all the juicy details, because it's going to be amazing. So that will play at the very end. If you're interested in that, obviously continue watching. If you're not, you will have what you need in the very first part here. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Your theme for this month is the Five of Air. Air cards are all about the head, the intellect, what you are thinking about. And this particular Five of Air is, you know, not a great card. And the reason I say that is from your perspective, it might be like, oh gosh, you know, I did something, or I took some action, or something occurred in my life that just didn't work out. So some choice that you made just didn't pan out the way that you thought it would. So don't beat yourself up over that, right? Learn what you can from this whole situation, this whole unfolding, and, you know, find the gifts within that. Look and see, because oftentimes, you know, when these situations in particular involve other people, which pretty much everything does in our life, right? When they involve other people, we have to take a look at, like, where are they coming from? What need were they trying to get met in this situation, right? Because that's typically what's happening, is people are trying to get their needs met, sometimes not in very healthy ways. And so that may be the situation that happens this month. But for you, the gift in this is for you to learn what you can and to be receiving of those gifts, right? Because sometimes there's some people in our life that are just really great teachers for us, right? So you might have some great teachers in your life this month, potentially. Just saying. All right, let's see what else we've got for you guys. Okay, so we've got a pretty good balance, because you've got air here, we've got some earth, we've got some water, so there's a pretty good balance. Not a lot of fire, so there's no fire energy here, which means that to me that indicates that maybe this isn't going to be a very active month. It might be more of an internal month and more of a processing month, that type of thing, because you're missing sort of that fire element here. But you do have a significant change card that comes in here, and that particular card is the 13. It's the release. And this is Archangel Azrael, and it's signaling change, right? It's the end of a phase, the end of a situation, which of course then opens you up to something new. So I encourage you to really embrace this change and really be in the space of understanding that yes, something is ending, but there's new beginnings happening, right? So whenever something ends or you know, concludes, it also means that there's going to be an opening, right? Or if something goes away in your life, there's then that vacuum. It creates sort of a vacuum for you to draw in more of what you really want in your life. So this is a signal that it's time to move on. So there may be something, some situation, some relationship, maybe a job that you're just, you know, it's time. It's time to shift. It's time to let that go. It's time to move on. So this is really a strong message for you about that. And then we have the Eight of Earth coming in. So the Earth cards are all about kind of how you make your money, what you need to do to be grounded here on Earth. And this is a card, you know, you'll see the books on the card, and this is about going back to school. It can be about, you know, the skills, the talents that you already have that are being, you know, recognized in some way. But I also see you wanting to learn something new, wanting to really just pour yourself into a particular subject or a particular piece of learning. And so this is going to be essentially a going back to school time. So, which is interesting because a lot of people do go back to school, actually go back to school at the end of August, right? So if you are of the school age, or you maybe are, you know, going back and taking classes or that type of thing, you may actually be going to school. But school can also mean like taking an online course. It can be reading a book. It's learning. You're learning all you can about a particular topic. And then we have the Seven of Water coming in. So water cards are about the depth of emotion, and this particular Seven of Water is about decision, about a decision. So there's a complex decision that you're going to need to make this month, something that you've got to either, you know, there's a little bit of a duality here. Either you need to do a little bit more research about this decision to be able to make it, or you've got to stop procrastinating and just make the decision. So I'm feeling like more of you are in the procrastination side of things, where you're not taking action on it. And I would just encourage you and let you know that you can't get it wrong. Like I always liken it to, you have a tree, and you're either going to go around the right side of the tree, or you're going to go around the left side of the tree. But either way, you're going to get on the other side of that tree. So you can't get it wrong. Just make a decision, then flow with it, right? And there's always learning. So no matter what happens, you're always going to learn about yourself, which is the beauty of life, right? Okay, let's see what we've got for the life changes. Love this deck. It's such a beautiful, this is actually one of my favorite colors, that blue, and then it's got like the pretty gold on the side, which I love also. Right. So we've got memories coming in, which to me always indicates that there may be some stuff coming up for you that relates to your past. So oftentimes we have things that come up in our lives that relate to something in our childhood, something when we were younger, something that we did not process, and most likely you didn't know, weren't able to emotionally process it then. So it's coming back up in your life now so that you can feel it, you can process the emotion, and you can move through it. It's also a call to show up differently than you maybe ever have before. So if you normally would freeze and not take action, then the idea is to take action. If you would normally fight, the idea is to love, right? If you would normally flee, meaning run, then you want to stay. So really kind of digging into what's coming up for you during this month. And then we have the sobriety card coming in. So you would really benefit from letting go of alcohol. And you know, here's the thing about it. I did this, oh gosh, I think it's probably been about 4 or 5 years now. It wasn't a big deal to me, so it wasn't like I marked the date on the calendar or anything like that. I don't even actually know the specific day that I stopped drinking, right? It was just I got the guidance, came in, that I needed to stop drinking, particularly because of the work I do, because it does block your connection. So that's the thing. If you're struggling with hearing your guides and guidance, if you are struggling with knowing what to do in your life, giving up alcohol, and I hate to even say giving it up, but just releasing it from your life. They don't call it spirits for nothing, right? It attracts lower energy, lower vibration. And that's not to say, you know, for some people it's fine to have a drink or two here or there, but if that is becoming a way that you soothe yourself if that is becoming a way that you, you know, the only way that you can relax, right? It's a problem. And it's also, you know, just energetically, our bodies are not able to handle the substances like we could before, right? The vibration of our planet is raising, and we've got to catch up with it, and our bodies need to as well. So releasing that would help your body catch up with the energy of the planet. And you are stronger than you know. So we've got this beautiful butterfly letting you know that you are a lot stronger than you really even realize, right? You have a great inner strength. And, you know, it comes from this looking at things from the bright side. So finding the flower in the field of weeds, right? Finding the beautiful color in the midst of a black and white photo, right? There's all kinds of different ways that you can use your gifts of positivity and of focusing on the positive to help you in this month of August. All right, so let's see who your animal guide is going to be this month. It is the badger. So the badger is all about perseverance, and this really requires you to dig in, right? Dig in, get things done, finish things. This is going to be a month of finishing things. This is not going to be a month of starting things. You know, we've got, it's very much so, interestingly, because we have the release card, which is about endings, right? And the badger is about finishing things. So it's really, this whole month is going to be about completion, about finishing things up and getting started with what is new, right? Yeah, so cleaning things out. And I also think too, you know, completion can be about letting go of things that no longer serve you, of course. And it can also be about celebrating what you've accomplished, celebrating what you've done, right? Celebrate your successes as well. So that's what I have for you, beautiful Virgos. Stay tuned for the next video and learn more about how you can spend a week with me and the archangels on magical Maui. So much love and aloha. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and today I'm super excited because I'm going to share a bit more detail about my upcoming retreat on Maui. So as you know, if you've been following me for a while, Maui is a magical place, and it really, the essence of Maui, it's hard to actually relay even. And I know the pictures are amazing, and the videos that you guys see that I post all the time on the you know, on the social media, various social media channels are incredible. And it's so much more than that, like just energetically. So this retreat is called Vitally You. And it's really about becoming more who you vitally are, who you truly are. So we're going to tap into that, so many different things that we can do around that, but we're tapping into your higher wisdom. We're tapping into your connection with your environment. We're tapping into bringing more fun into your life. So many different things, right? And so, this retreat is really meant to open you up to dreaming again, to expanding your possibilities and what you are able to create in your life. So the point is to help you create more of that fabulous, maybe fantasy vacation-like lifestyle that you truly desire. And I'm super excited about it. So we are going to be surrounded by angels while we are here. So one of the things that has come in very strongly is that the angels, with, you know, my facilitating, the angels will be clearing the space before we even arrive. So the place that we are staying is the Wailea Inn, which is absolutely amazing and gorgeous. And I'll show you some pictures as we move along here. And we are going to clear the space before we even arrive. And each bedroom will be anchored with an angel. And then each individual that is coming to the retreat is also going to be assigned an angel. So I kind of laugh at their wording around that, assigning, because everyone is going to be working through different things, right? When we're there, and different things will come up for you, because Maui has a way of bringing up things to the surface for you to take a look at them so that they can be cleared. So it's kind of like about really allowing you to be able to see your obstacles, see what's blocking you, see where the resistance is in your life to creating what you really desire. And these angels, a specific angel, will be with you throughout the week to help you with that, which is absolutely incredible. Like, if you did nothing else all week but just hung out at the villa, or hung out on Maui with your angel, your life would change. But we have a lot more in store for you than just that. So that piece of it is amazing. Angels, the archangels are around me all the time. People that see angels have said that to me many, many times. They're like, do you know there's a bunch of angels around you? I'm like, yeah, I know that, even though I don't see them, I just hear them. Sometimes I'll see a color, or I'll see something that makes me, that shows me that that is the angel that is there. But mainly I just hear them talking to me. So when I hear other people say to me, oh, you have angels around you, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy that you can see them, right? But to really spend a week with the angels is absolutely incredible. So just to kind of give you some basics, and then I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that I've already gotten lined up for the retreat. So the basics of the retreat is November 9th through the 15th. We actually will check in at, we can check in starting at 4 on the 9th, and then checkout is by 11 a.m. on the 15th. So it is a 7-day, 6-night retreat. So there'll be 6 evenings that we'll be spending at the villa, at the Wailea Inn Villa. And I'll share with you the link below. It has all the retreat details. So if you want to go in and check out the rooms and all that kind of stuff, you can do that. But I want to share with you here some of the things that are included. So this is an all-inclusive retreat. That's one thing I felt was very, very important coming to Maui, is that you're taken care of. So from the minute you arrive, you will be picked up from the airport and brought to the retreat space. If you are staying somewhere else, some people are arriving early, and other people may be staying longer. So we'll work out the details of that as well. But you will get transportation to the retreat space and back to wherever you're going. If you're staying at another location, you will get that. So that is included. Our villa is just steps from really world-class beaches. Like, some of the best beaches on Maui are literally just right there. There's a park right there, lots of different areas to walk. There's shopping, there's restaurants, there's activities. Literally the cove that we can see from kind of our private beach. And I say private in quotes because no beaches on Maui are private, but this one not too many people know about. I didn't know about it until this. So that was kind of a cool discovery when I discovered this beach. So right near there is a cove where it's really the best place to learn how to stand up paddleboard and to surf. So you have lots of different activities that you can do, snorkeling. There's all kinds of different stuff that you can do also on your own. We have a private pool and a jacuzzi at the villa. So that will be just for our use. It's very private. It's a gated, the facility itself is gated, it's in a little neighborhood actually, which I think is kind of cool. And yet it's a gated property. So all the beach towels, beach chairs, umbrellas, boogie boards, and other beach toys are all included. They have a couple toy closets that have everything in them. And the beach chairs are the great Tommy Bahama ones, where you can actually put it on your back as a backpack. It's really easy to carry. It's got like a little cooler section in the back of it to a pocket and other little pockets, place for your drink, all kinds of stuff. So those are awesome. We are going to have healthy, organic, locally sourced as much as we possibly can meals, which are going to include, you know, fresh fruits from Maui, because our fruits are amazing, right? And also potentially locally made kombucha and kefir. I know a company that does that locally, and they're awesome. So, and the chef is going to chatted with her, and she's super excited to create a menu that is based on the plant paradox. So those of you that aren't familiar with that, it's a way to eat that is takes out the gluten and also lectins, because lectins are actually the thing that a lot of people have an issue with, and they don't necessarily even know that. And so a week you're going to be able to you know, eat this way, and it's delicious. Like, the food is amazing. So super excited about that. We will also have the transportation, obviously, to and from our excursions. That is included as well. So let's get into kind of the fun activities to uplift you during the retreat. So we are going to be offering yoga 3 mornings while you're there. Local gal Jen is going to be teaching yoga, and she's amazing. Like, gosh, she just is so good, and really great about giving different options for different people. She's also she's been on island for a lot of years, and so she has a lot of wisdom to impart around Hawaiian traditions, and she'll bring in some of that for you guys as well. And then 2 days during the week, we are going to offer a Nia dance session. There may actually be some additional sessions that are optional that you can participate in as well. So Beth Giles is going to be teaching those. She's from the Twin Cities, and I'm not going to remember offhand all of the certifications that she has, but amazing. And we're going to be doing that on the beach, on the grassy lawn. There's just doing these things outside, and same thing with yoga. Doing these things outside is just incredible. It just brings things to a whole new level. So there will be some movement there that you can participate in. We are going to do a snorkeling boat cruise. So that is one of my favorite things to do. And typically they always, I know some people are a little bit nervous, maybe aren't as good as swimmers. Typically they always have life jackets or like noodles. That's what I do, just because it is, you know, and I even like, I'm comfortable swimming and stuff like that, but I like to snorkel with a noodle, then I don't have to think about it, right? And it's just, yeah, you can just float around, and typically they'll take us to the turtle cleaning station. So this is a really cool place where turtles go to get the algae eaten off of them. So they actually go into the little station, and the fish come and eat all the algae off of them, and then the next turtle comes in, and it's really super cool to watch, super cool to see, and just tons of turtles. And then of course lots of other sea life, lots of other fish, beautiful, amazing fish that we get to see. So that will be a fun excursion that we'll be doing. We'll also be doing a partial road to Hana. So road to Hana is one of my favorite things to do on the island. I feel like it's a super spiritual journey. Every time I go, there's just this spiritual aspect to it. There's a lot of really spiritual places along there. We are actually going to have two Hawaiian guides. I believe there will be 2. It kind of depends on numbers, but the numbers that I'm calculating that we'll have, we will most likely have 2 guides that will be with us. And we are going to go to a couple of my favorite waterfalls, as well as a few other very spiritual places along the road to Hana. We won't be going all the way to Hana, because that is, you know, that's a long, it's a long trek to go all the way. So we're not going to go all the way, but we're going to do kind of a partial road to Hana, get you guys seeing these amazing, incredible waterfalls that Maui is known for, and then also learning about the Hawaiian culture and the history and what, you know, what these places mean to the Hawaiians. So that I think is really going to be amazing. We are also going to be doing a lei making session and hula lesson. So, and we'll actually be dancing hula at sunset. I worked that out. So awesome. So I'm really excited about that. that will be an optional thing. People can do it or not do it. You know, obviously, if there's something that you're not comfortable with doing or don't want to do, you don't have to, right? But my encouragement is that you experience as much as you possibly can while you're there. And particularly, you know, being in that place of soaking up the wisdom and the knowledge that's available about living aloha, and what does that really mean. So that is the lei making and hula lesson. We're also going to have a full moon mythology bonfire ceremony with that. So they're going to be sharing with us the legend of Maui, the demigod, and more about the history of the Hawaiian Islands, all of that kind of stuff. And then we are going to do an Ava ceremony. So Ava, I know it as kava from Fiji. So when I was in Fiji, we had kava a number of different times when we were in Fiji. And it's a very sacred ceremony that they do, and the way that they make it is very sacred. So we're going to do an Ava ceremony, which is the Hawaiian version of the kava. And that will be with the bonfire, and that coincides with the full moon. So we are going to be doing a full moon release, and this bonfire will happen that same day. So then we are also going to be doing a crystal bowl healing and a sacred cacao ceremony. So that's going to be amazing. A friend of mine gets this really sacred cacao from Costa Rica, and she makes it. If you've ever been to a cacao ceremony, some of you know it usually tastes like crap. Like, it usually doesn't taste very good, but she makes it taste good, and it's a drink. So it's not like, yeah. So it's amazing, and it also has just super healing properties as well. So those are some of the activities that we're going to be doing during the week. Each day, each of the 5 main days, I'm actually going to be focusing on an element. So there's 5 different feng shui elements that we'll be focusing on. So we are going to be focusing on the 5 elements while we are there. So this is something really unique to this retreat that you will not have experienced at any other retreat, I can guarantee. Unless you've been on a feng shui retreat where they have done that. But the 5 elements are fire, water, earth, metal, and wood. And each of the 5 main days, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are going to be focusing on one of those elements each day. And what that means is that I will be sharing information about that element, obviously, but also the food will relate to that element. The activities that we're doing will relate to that element. If there's yoga that day, yoga will relate to that element in some way, or Nia dance will relate to that element in some way. And I'm super excited, especially about the food aspect of things, about bringing in that element for that particular day. So super excited about that aspect of it. As far as, you know, what is it that you're going to be able to take away from the retreat? We have many transformational experiences that we're going to be offering as well, and these are going to assist you in becoming more vitally you. We are going to be talking, I'm going to be giving you information about daily rituals that you can do. And these are things that you can do when you're at the retreat, and then also be able to take them home with you as well. We are going to be, as I mentioned, focusing on the 5 elements and how to utilize those in your home, in your office, with your life, with your emotions, all of those different things. So we're going to bring in the aspect of elements to that, so you get a lot more information about, like, how can you actually work with the elements to raise your vibration and to become more vitally you. We are going to be doing a 90-day creation process. So this is a signature process that I've developed from a couple different, I pulled it from a couple different things, and it just works really well to help you focus for a 90-day period. So I feel like the year planning is especially in this now dynamic of the 5D where things are changing so fast, it's really hard to plan a whole year out. I like the 90 days. It's an easier chunk, and you do seem to make more progress when we do that. So we have the 90-day creation. We're also going to do 50 fun things for business and for life. So you're going to be able to creating these lists of 50 fun things that you can do in your life, and also 50 fun things for your business, to help bring more of that lighter, playful energy into those aspects. So that's going to be amazing. I'm super excited about that. We're also going to be kind of digging into the emotions. As I mentioned, Maui has a way of bringing things up. So I'm going to share with you tools of how you can work with emotions, and how does resistance show up in your life, like to recognize when it's resistance that's blocking you, and to actually help you see what might be blocking you from doing what you need to be doing, or moving forward on a project that maybe you're super excited about, but it just doesn't seem to be flowing. So we're going to be working with that aspect of things. You'll learn some new tools around that. I will also be sharing feng shui for your office, and the participants in the retreat, you guys, will be able to bring or actually send, hopefully, to me ahead of time pictures of your office, as well as just a drawn floor plan, and then I'll use that to help teach and to show people, everyone, you know, what are some of the things that we can do to shift the energy in our office to make it more supportive for us. So that's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about all of this. So excited. And then, of course, the angels want to come in, and we are going to be doing a full session with the angels about deepening your connection with your spiritual team of angels and guides, and also get you in a place where maybe you're a little bit more open to hearing what they have to say, and get you communicating more with your spiritual team and your angels and guides. So that's going to be an amazing session. And I may actually do some, I may just do some like a gallery style readings in that session as well. We'll see. We'll see what they have in store. We never know. So it's amazing. And then I also have a swag bag that I'm going to be giving each participant that is going to have just some things that'll really help you on your journey when you get home. These are things that will assist you, and I'm not gonna give you any hints because I want it to be a surprise. And so yeah, super excited about that. So you're going to be surrounded by angels all week long. You're going to be in a beautiful setting. Maui is amazing. The energy of Maui will change you. In 1 week, you will experience more personal and spiritual growth than you may have experienced in years. It is that powerful, just the energy of it. And I'm getting chills as I'm sharing that. So if you are in a space where you are ready to get yourself set up for 2020, because it's coming very, very soon, and this retreat is in November. If you're ready to get set up for 2020 and to really become more vitally you, check out the links below for additional information and registration. So, and of course, spaces are limited. I only have so much space in the villa, and so if you're interested in this, if you're feeling the call, and that's the one thing I would say is check in with yourself and make sure that you're getting a yes, right? Getting a full body yes around that. And not to say that you won't have some resistance, because often when we're called to do things that are for our higher good, there is resistance. So there may be some resistance, but typically you can feel the excitement. You maybe get chill bumps, chicken skin as we call it here in Hawaii. You might get the angel bumps, just that confirmation that, oh yeah, this is right and true, and I need to be there. So I know the angels have been telling me that they are going to be bringing this to the people that need to see this. So if you're watching this video, that is like one sign right there, right? So have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. So much love, so much aloha. Hope to see you in Maui in November.